Hey, happy Monday.
Good morning, super readers. Thank you for joining us in our Valley PBS classroom. I'm Mrs. Nix.
I'm Mrs. Hammock.
And I'm Mrs. Vang.
This is a place for us to learn, practice, and
Grow our brains
to become even stronger readers, writers, and thinkers. So let's get started by warming up our brains with some
ear training
called Daily Phonemic Awareness. All right, so this morning, what we're going to do is I'm going to give you 3 words. I want you to turn up those listening ears because I want you to be able to identify which sound can be heard in all 3 words.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
So let's practice one. Moose, hoop, juice. Moose, hoop, juice.
I think I got it. Did you get it? Mm-hmm. I heard the ooh sound.
I almost got tricked. I thought it was the s. Because I heard juice and I heard moose, but hoop didn't have that sound. I almost got tricked though.
Ooh, that was good.
Listening.
That was good. Did you get it at home? Okay, let's try another one.
Okay.
Turn up those listening ears. 3 words. Here we go. House, cow, town. House, cow, town.
I got it. It's the ow sound. Isn't
Yes, that's what I got too.
Absolutely, that's it. Okay, last one. Here we go. Flew to shoe. Flew to shoe.
Ooh.
That would be it. Absolutely. It's the ooh sound. So great. That's a wonderful thing that you can practice so you can start listening for different sounds in your words.
Yeah, I bet that would help with our writing.
Absolutely. And that ooh sound is going to help us a little bit later. The ooh. All right. Now, let's do some
Dancing, because it's
Okay.
a Monday morning.
All right, this is going to be good.
All right, you need to make sure you've got some space. So we're going to carry a box.
Daddy the fox was carrying a box of 6 shoes and socks. Daddy said I wonder why you're carrying a box of 6 shoes and socks. Who said Freddie, I'll give you a clue so you know what to do. I'm carrying a box of 6 shoes and socks, 4 for me and 2 for you.
Oh, nice.
Kind of fun, right?
Nice.
Carried some socks.
Perfect.
I'll definitely need to work on that one.
It's all good. It's all good.
Perfect. Okay, I think they're ready. They're all warmed up.
Okay.
So we're going to go into our focus phonics right now.
Okay,
Great.
well, we'll see you in a bit.
later.
Okay, boys and girls, super readers, are you guys ready? Our phonics sound this week is the spoon card. Can you say that with me? It's our spoon card. You're right. So the spoon card makes the ooh sound. Can you say that? Ooh. Now, to help you, you can pretend that you are eating soup and you're holding a spoon and that you're about to eat your soup because you're going to round your lips and say, ooh, just like that. Ooh. How'd you do? Good. Now, if you notice on the spoon card, look at all the different ways that we can spell that ooh sound. Lots of different ways. So let's go over them. Are you ready? Well, let's get our friends to help us practice saying that ooh sound with all the different spelling. Are you guys ready? Let's call them. Say, friends.
Good morning.
Good. Good morning, Tina. Good morning, Rita. Are you guys ready to practice our blending today?
Oh, yes, let's do it.
Okay, so this week we're going to be working on that ooh sound. And it's super tricky because look at all the different ways we can spell that.
Wow,
ooh
that's a
sound.
lot of ways.
And ooh comes right in front of your mouth. So practice saying that with me. The ooh sound. Good job. And if you were listening this morning, we had it during our phonemic awareness section also. Okay, Are you guys ready? So the ooh can be spelled with the O-O. O-O says ooh. Can you guys help me blend this word? This says soon. What is it? Soon. Good job. Soon. Like soon, it'll be time for lunch. Good. Now look at this spelling pattern. This is the U, consonant, silent E. Now we also learned that says what sound? Do you guys remember? That says.
It says, sometimes it says you.
Sometimes it says you, but like you and ooh, very similar. So a lot of the times, this is a harder spelling pattern, isn't it? It is. So let's practice blending this word. This is
Oot. Flute.
Flute.
I see what you mean. It wouldn't be flute.
That's right.
It's flute. Oh,
Good
I
job.
get it now.
Ooh, that's right. It makes that ooh sound, not the you sound. That's tricky, isn't it? Very tricky. But we're going to be practicing this week, reading words with this sound. Okay, you guys ready? There are a lot more spelling pattern. We can spell that ooh with just a U by itself. Okay, let's practice blending this word. This is
Truth.
Good
I like to
job.
tell the truth.
Good sentence. I like that. Truth. There's that blend in the beginning and that. And did you guys see that diagraph? You guys did such a great job blending that. Okay, let's keep going. The next spelling pattern is the EW. Remember, EW says? Ooh. Good. Let's blend it.
Ooh. New.
New. Like, I got some new shoes. Okay, are you guys ready? Let's keep going. You guys are doing such a great job. The UE says? Ooh. Let's.
Ooh. True. Oh, it's true.
It's true. Good. Okay, let's keep going. OU also says? Ooh. Let's practice blending.
Yeah. Ooh. You.
You. And that's also a high frequency word, but it's also a word that we can blend and sound out because it makes that ooh sound. We know OU says ooh. Okay, last one. Are you guys ready? That UI can also say ooh. Ready? Let's blend.
Oot. Suit.
Suit. Good job. Like my husband had to wear a suit to the wedding.
Wow. So fancy. That is so many ways to spell the ooh sound.
So many ways, and that's why it's a bit tricky because that ooh sound has so many ways to spell it. When we're reading it, it's a lot easier, except for, remember, we also learned that OU says ow. But sometimes it makes the ooh sound. So guess what? All this week, we're going to be practicing how to read words with that ooh sound.
Tina, you and me are going to need to practice a lot because that's a lot.
I agree. I was just thinking the same thing. That's a lot of patterns.
Lots of patterns. So all week, we're going to be practicing. Okay, I'm going to let my super readers read this sentence with me, and I'll see you guys later.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye, friends. Okay, super readers, let's see if you can read this sentence with me. And as you read, I put our words with that ooh sound in red to help us. So, ready? Are you guys ready? Okay, read it with me. Did you play the new flute? How did you do? Thumbs up, good job. Okay, let's go and learn some high frequency words with Mrs. Hammock.
Hey, super readers. All right, we have 6 new words this week that we're gonna focus on. We're gonna read them first, and then we'll focus on 1 or 2 at a time so that we can really get some good practice. But you can practice all of them all week long. So here we have door, answer, eyes, enough, brought, and busy. All right, today we are going to concentrate on the word door. D-O-O-R, door. All right, you see why that's tricky, right? It says or like an R controlled. It doesn't say the ooh like we just practiced with Mrs. Vang. So this is one of those words that we just have to get used to seeing and know when we see it. That's why we call it a high frequency word. It's a word that we'll see often in the things that we read. So door, D-O-O-R. All right, let's take a look at our sentence. Please close the when you come in. Please close the door when you come in. What would I need at the end here? It looks like it got left off. Right, it could be a period or it might be an exclamation depending on how much excitement you're saying it with, right? All right, today I want to sing a little song for you. This is one of the ways you can practice your high frequency words. It's called the Word of the Day song, and it goes to a tune you should be familiar with, the bingo song, right? There was a farmer had a dog. Okay, same song, but we've changed the words to help us practice our high frequency word. There was a word of the day, and door was the word. D-O-O-R, 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 and door was the word. Sometimes it's a lot easier to remember things when we put it to a little tune, especially a tune we already know. You might try that with some of your other high frequency words. I hope that's a strategy that helps you. Today, we're going to listen to a story called The Cat's Bell. I want you to pay close attention because when we come back, Mrs. Nix is going to have you help her retell the story. We'll see you in a few minutes.
The Cat's Bell, based on a fable by Aesop. How can mice work together to keep a cat away? A hungry little mouse peeked through her hole. Her tummy rumbled. She could see a table loaded with good things to eat. The people in her house had finished dinner. "Look at all the lovely leftovers," she squeaked. The other mice sniffed and sighed. They were hungry too. "So much yummy food," said the little mouse's friend, "and we can't have any. It's not fair." The hungry little mouse nodded. The food was there, but so was Max, the cat. He was looking at the mouse hole and swishing his tail back and forth. Her tummy rumbled again. "I'm going to eat supper," she said. "Don't go," squeaked her friend. "You could get hurt." "We have to do something about that cat then," said the first little mouse. "But what can we do?" asked her friend. The other mice were listening to them. "We need to find a dog to chase Max away," one said. "That's silly," said another. "Where are we going to find a dog? Besides, what if the dog chases us too? We can't risk that." "Let's just wait until he goes outside," said a timid mouse. "But he could sneak back in," said an older mouse. "That's the trouble. We never know when he's coming." So the mice were in the middle of a big conflict. One mice after another shouted out ideas about what to do. Each mouse tried to shout louder than the others. The first little mouse couldn't stand the noise. She put her paws over her ears. Then the little mouse had an idea. "Noise! That's the solution!" she shouted, taking her paws from her ears. "Max sneaks up on us because he's so quiet. If we hear him coming, we can run away safely." The other mice nodded. "What we need to do," said the first mouse, "is put a bell on the cat." All the mice jumped up and down in excitement. They twirled their tails and clapped their paws. What a wonderful idea! Then a wise old mouse spoke up. "Yes," he said, "it's a good idea, but let me ask you this. Who will bell the cat?" The mice stopped clapping. They looked at each other. Who would take such a risk and put a bell on a cat? "Not me," said one, and another, and another. "You do it." "No, you." They pushed and shouted at each other. None of the mice wanted to get close to the cat. Another argument was starting. "Stop!" cried the little mouse. "There's no need to quarrel. We must all work together. The mice got quiet and shifted their feet. I know where there's a bell, said the timid mouse. It's in the children's room. When Max goes outside, I'll get the bell, offered a strong mouse. I can find a ribbon, said the little mouse's friend. We'll string the bell on the ribbon, said 3 young mice, and we'll put it where the people will find it with a note that says, "For Max," said 2 grown-up mice. Early the next morning, all the mice were watching when the people came into the kitchen for breakfast. "Oh, look at that pretty ribbon with a bell," said the woman, "and it's for Max." She quickly tied it on Max. He looked very silly as he ran to hide, the bell jingling with every step. All the little mice were thrilled. They couldn't wait for the people to finish breakfast so the mice could have theirs.
Was that a great story? Was anything a little bit surprising to you? Did you think that the mice were going to figure it out? So today, I want us to practice a skill of retelling. And simply that just means that we're going to go through and kind of retell our story. Do you want to help me out and do that?
Hi, Mrs. Nix.
Oh, there's Retell Ricky. I was going to say, should we call our friend Retell? And you heard the word Retell and came running. I'm so excited.
I heard you, and I heard Mrs. Hammocks. They had to listen to Retell, and I was like,
You were ready, right? So, Ricky, can you help us retell our story? Today, I have all of our pictures, and Retell, can you help us tell the boys and girls, are we going to reread the whole story? What do we do when we retell?
When we retell, we're just telling the most important part of the story.
Absolutely. And so when we look at the pictures, does that sometimes help you to retell the story? All right. So, okay, Retell, let's go through and look at this very first picture. What can you tell me about what happened at the beginning of the story?
Well, in the beginning, there was a hungry little mouse. See, I see him right there. You see in the picture? And he saw a table loaded with good things to eat after dinner. But the mouse and all the other mice, guess what? They couldn't eat the food because there was a cat. The cat's name was Max. He was waiting for them.
Absolutely. I think Max wanted to eat them, right?
Because that's what cat likes.
That's what cats like to do. So what happened next?
Then the mice decided to do something about the cat. So one thought about getting a dog, but then it was too risky. And then another idea was to wait for Max to go outside, but that idea didn't work either because they would never know when the cat was coming. So this caused them to have a big conflict as they started to shout at each other.
I know, I see the mouse right here. He's covering his ears because he doesn't want to hear everybody yelling all their different ideas. So then what happened?
And then a little mouse had an idea. He said, "Noise! That's what they need to do. They need to put a bell on the cat." So everyone was excited about the idea, but no one wanted to put the bell on the cat. So they started another argument.
Oh my golly. All right. Now, can you help us remind all of our super readers, how did the story end?
Well, at the end, Tim and Mice said they must work together. Together, they thought of a plan. So here's the plan. You guys ready? So one will get the bell from the children's room. 3 mice said they will string the bell on the ribbon and with a note for the people to see. And then at the end, the women saw the note. They put the bell on Max, and as he ran, the bell jingled, and all the mice was thrilled. And guess what? They couldn't wait for the people to finish so they can have their food.
I love it. There were so many different things that were happening, so many different ways that they could solve their problem. And you did a great job, Retell, of remembering all of those important details. Great job. Thank you so much for helping us do that.
Thank you, Mrs. Nix. I love to retell.
Yes, you do. And you do such a nice job. Thank you so much. You know what? Let's do a little bit of writing. You want to go grab your pencil?
I'll meet you back.
Okay, I'll see you back over here in just a second. So that's something that we can all do, is to practice being able to retell a story. Now, I want to switch gears just a little bit and talk about our writing today. in our story today, Retail was telling us, and we heard several different solutions to a problem that the mice were having. What if we could think of another solution? So what is another possible solution to the mice's problem? And let's go through and describe it. So I was thinking with my friends, and I'm going to call my friends back over here, see if they can help us out. But we were talking about it just a little bit, and we came up with our first sentence here of another possible solution for the mice's problem could be the mice move to a house without pets. But I'm going to need a little bit more information to know, what are my steps? What am I going to do first and next and last? How could the mice do that? So let me call my friends. Help, friends. You want to come help? Hi, Rita. All right, Retail, thank you so much for coming back.
I'm back.
So we're looking for another possible solution. And remember, we were talking about that we could maybe suggest to the mice to move to a place that didn't have pets?
That's a great idea.
So what could be some steps that the mice could take to make that happen? Anybody have any ideas?
Well, I was thinking that they could keep themselves safe from outside pets, that the mice could send an email from animal control asking each family about them.
That's a great idea because, yeah, if they go outside, there might be some pets outside.
Yeah.
So what if they just pretended to be animal control and sent an email?
Yeah, I think that would be funny.
That's so smart.
So clever.
Oh,
I wrote
absolutely.
it down. Let me grab it.
All
I
right.
gotta do it one part at a time.
That's okay. So first, and I like your transition word, first, to keep them safe from pets, from outside pets,
Sorry, I got my fur in it.
that's okay. The mice could send an email from animal control asking each family about their pets. That's so smart. Great job. Thanks. What could they do next?
Well, I was looking at this sentence and I was thinking, okay, that's a great start of the plan because if they emailed animal control, then they'll know which homes is gonna have the pets, and so they know not to go to that one.
That is great, Retail. Yes. So they could, or then they would know which homes do not have any pets
Yep.
that could harm them.
Yeah, I love that.
And
That's
I
a great
use a
idea.
transition word
I
too.
love it. You've got then.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got first, then. What else could we say?
Last. Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Last, the mice could move. Once they know which homes don't have pets, they could move to the home without pets because the email will help them to know which ones don't have pets.
That's great. That's exactly what we could do for our mice, right? So now we have a whole nother solution. I bet our super readers have some ideas too, and you could practice writing those ideas down. And remember, try using your transition words. First, then, last. It really helps organize your writing. Okay, so thank you so much, friends. Right now, we're going to kick it over to an amazing friend who's going to tell us all about a book that they really enjoy. I wonder if you've ever read it.
I can't wait to see which one.
Let's see. We'll see you in a minute.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Gaston, and I'm the principal at King Elementary School. And I love flowers, and one of my favorites is a chrysanthemum. Do you see this beautiful bouquet? Well, this flower right here is a chrysanthemum. And I wanted to introduce you to this book called Chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum is about this little girl, and her name is Chrysanthemum. It talks about the perfect name and how she learns to love her name. I encourage you to read Chrysanthemum. It's one of my favorite books.
Oh, that was so cute. I love the book Chrysanthemum.
Oh, me too. It's one of my favorites.
I love it. So, uh-oh.
What?
Ricky says he has a joke for you guys.
Oh,
But he's
all right.
being
I'm ready.
He's so shy today. Ricky, what's... I'm not shy, just kidding. Okay, you guys ready? What did summer say to spring?
What did summer say to
spring.
spring? I don't know. What?
He said, help, I'm about to fall.
Summer,
You get it?
spring,
Because
summer,
spring's
fall.
you get it?
Oh, Ricky, you're so silly. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us today and watching Valley PBS. We will see you back here tomorrow. Have a great one and enjoy a book.
Bye.
Bye.